I said, this is my Katumbo.
What did you say?
I said, this is my Katumbo.
What did you say?
Now touch you, Katumbo.
Katumbo.
Kaka.
Katumbo.
Let's go.
Katumbo.
Ah.
Katumbo.
Oh, this is my mango tea.
What did you say?
I said, this is my mango tea.
What did you
I
say?
said, this is my mango tea.
What did you say?
Oh, touch you, mango tea.
Magoti.
Mango.
Magoti.
Let's go.
Magoti.
Ah.
Magoti.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said 1, 2, 3, 4. I said 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is my key, no.
What did you say?
I said this is my key, no.
What did you
I
say?
said this is my key, no.
What did you say?
Oh, shake you a key, no.
Kiuno.
Aha.
Kiuno.
Aha.
Kiuno.
Let's go.
Kiuno.
Well, naomba kopi ya Yesu. You may have your seat, you may have your seat, you may have your seat. Now, guys, I want us to talk about entrepreneurship, isn't it? An entrepreneur. An entrepreneur. Who can tell me who an entrepreneur is? Yes, yes. Who can tell me? Yes? An entrepreneur is somebody who comes up with an idea of a business and starts the business. Wow! Amazing, amazing, amazing. Makofi kwake tafadhali. Makofi kwake tafadhali. Makofi mazilo. Now you clap once. Makofi. Makofi. Mazuri. Mazito. Mazuri. Makubwa. So you say an entrepreneur is a person, an idea, and then actually goes on to execute it, isn't it? Now, tell me something. Do you think a business owner, like a shopkeeper, is an entrepreneur? Yes? So, when we talk about business, we have different categories. Now, this is the awareness I want you to have. You are self-employed. This is the first level of business. Self-employment. Where you're self-employed. You're self-employed. You're self-employed. That's the first level of business. Kama you're shopkeeper tumesema. That one is self-employed. Then you have a business owner. Business owner. And then you have the third category, what we call the entrepreneur. What we have the entrepreneur. And then we have the investor. This is where I desire for all of us to grow into. Now, what's the difference between all these people? The best place to begin, and usually the only place we need to begin, is self-employment. This is usually the best place to begin. But at self-employment, you are leveraging time. Time is your most valuable resource. You're giving away your time in exchange for money. That means, my sister, if you don't go to work, you don't get paid. Really? Come on, Nduthi. Nduthi is a great business idea. It means you will never be. So the akauliza this guy, how much profit would I make? Akamwambia, akaona hili ndio poa. Akapigia yule jamaa. Akamwambia, I can get this thing for you. Akapiga simu akapata supplies of it. I can get this guy for you. Agrochemical. Who does agrochemical? Ni the husband. Huyu ni dentist. Akakuja akamwambia, utan supply, mimi nitakusupply na hiyo bei. This guy said, listen, if you can supply me at that price, I will not only get you my farm, I will get you all the other people around where I am. Mzungu kutoka hapa Naivasha. So true to his word, lady alitoka Nairobi akakuja Naivasha, akaonyeshwa the shamba, wakaenda to the neighboring farms. Wakaenda, this is a true story, wakaenda to the neighboring farms, they got the orders. He came and started supplying. Then she asked a question, what else would you like me to supply? Question, what else would you like me to supply? They said, I can supply. They said, I can supply. Without opening a single shop, the husband closed down all his shops to come and work with her. Because now she was meeting a need. She's an entrepreneur. She's not interested in opening a premises. Unataka ni kusupply nini? Anaenda anachukua hapa, anakuletea at a profit. Anakuuliza, what else can I supply you? Anaenda anachukua, analeta. What gives you that? The ability to solve problems and entrepreneurship. Lift up your right hand. Say, I'm an entrepreneur. Come on, lift it up higher. Say, I'm an entrepreneur. When I solve problems. I'm an entrepreneur. When I solve problems. Benefits. There are only 7. Another benefit of entrepreneurship, apart from financial freedom, let me check my notes. Tell me about you've learned, even as we come to a close. Have you learned a lot? Have you learned a lot? Are you glad you came? Are you happy that you came? Yeah, really, you're not happy that you came? Sure. My t-shirt. Expressing your passion. And lastly, leaving an inheritance. Listen, from as early back as I can remember, I loved the gym. From as early back as I can remember. My first gym membership, I saw it the other day, was on May 16, 1989. That was my first ever membership at the gym. So, when I opened the gym business, was really an expression of my passions. This is one thing that I loved more than anything else. Everything that I've done for life, the one thing that I can really say I really enjoyed doing was that at that time. And lastly, is leaving an inheritance. Your children cannot inherit your job, your serikali. True? True? If you're a PS and you retired, your children cannot inherit your PS. I am a big advocate of the family business. One of the greatest things you could leave your family is a business. I don't know how I can express to you, and I say and I pray that you don't usinishike vibaya. Nanielewa? I say this as an older man speaking to younger people. Okay? My dad died in 1992 and left me a great inheritance that I honestly never have to work again in my life. That's the truth. That financial freedom has made me take my children to good schools without having to worry about their education. In his lineage, he was the first. And he took care of us for generations. He's not been here for 30 plus years. We are the ones who are here and we enjoy his benefits. Everything that I do came from the decisions that he made. When I ask every one of us to choose entrepreneurship as a path, that is what I'm asking you. You get it? And I say this with most profound respect, because I know my dad didn't go through education beyond class 6. You get it? he was raised in abject poverty, but he went on to make a life for himself. And now he's made a life even for us as his children and for the children that come after us. And when I ask you to make that choice, I'm asking you to see it as a path to living an inheritance. Today I can choose to do whatever I desire to do, simply because somebody made a choice somewhere. Are you getting what I'm saying? I have gone further than my age mates, not because my age mates are lazy, not because I'm more hardworking, but simply because somebody laid a greater foundation than his contemporaries. You understand what I'm saying? How many are here saying, Johnny, I choose to make a difference in my life? Let me see by a show of hands. How many are saying, I choose to make a choice to make a difference in my life? I want you to rise to your feet. Even as we come to a very close. Johnny, wait, there's a question. We are done with the presentation, so let's wait. Yes, sir.
I think I'm audible enough, right? And I was waiting for a point probably where I can maybe request for an opportunity to sneak in this question.
Yes, sir.
I'm in charge of Youth Kakamega Cluster. And one of the responsibilities I was given is to look at the holistic development of young people. There is actually the YDS, the Youth Development Strategy.
Yes.
When you look at that strategy,
You may have your seat so that we can see.
yes, you can just have this, just a minute.
Briefly.
And,
Just manage your attitude.
just listen,
Manage your attitude kidogo. Your body is fine. It's your mind you're trying to deal with. Your body is fine. Your mind ndio imechoka lakini kidogo tu.
Okay.
Imechoka attitude tu. Kidogo manage your attitude kidogo tu.
Thank you. And it's a practical thing, that's why I'm asking.
Yes.
And probably we never give them an opportunity to ask. Kama kutakuwa na hiyo nafasi wapewe. But one of the areas ambazo zimekuwa critical ni kwamba we are looking at their education and then the aspect of, again of employment.
Yes.
And I just needed your insight. I have 3 areas that I just needed, probably briefly,
Yes, sir.
your insight.
Yes.
Because them coming here is an opportunity.
True.
Compassion imetembea na hawa watu kutoka mbali.
Yes.
When it comes,
Yes.
and from your content you have talked about entrepreneurship. Now, you have given us the advantages.
Yes.
What would be your insight? Last week nilikuwa naangalia statistics wanasema kwamba right now employment in Kenya it is 21%, whereby 16% is informal and only 4% is formal. Formal means kama umefeli kama mwalimu, kama daktari, that's the percentage.
Yes.
But you realize we have more people who are educated with education. So what insight are you really giving us? Because ni vizuri tutoke hapa na mindset, nama ni vizuri pia ukiwa shuleni na mindset, because I've seen people ambao akitoka tu kwa shule anakuwa discouraged huku nje because he has the papers, yes. But the most discouraging thing ni kwamba unasoma, you have the papers lakini you are broke.
True.
You don't have money. So what can be your insight or mindset? Still on it, this is part B.
Yes.
You have talked about the advantages of maybe being an entrepreneur or starting a business. There are trainings ambazo mtu huwa anaona vigumu sana labda kuanza biashara. For example, mtu mwenye ana train medicine ama ni mwalimu ama ni lawyer. When you talk of a business, that's why anangojea tu siku atatangaza maybe vacancies za daktari. What should he do? Because it's very easy kwa mtu labda mwenye amefanya marketing, ama mtu mwenye amefanya sales, ama mtu mwenye amefanya business management, maybe to start a business.
Yes.
What do we tell them? Because the people, what should happen?
Yes, thank you so much for that.
Then lastly, Kai, is it true? Is it true ya kwamba challenge na young people hawezi anza biashara? Is it true it's lack of capital ama
No, it's not a lack of capital.
Basically.
Now, let's look at that. Those are 3.
Yes.
Number 1 question was on.
Remind me again. The first one was looking at employment trend in the country. there is a problem.
Yes, there's definitely a problem.
Yes, 16%, that's 21%, but 16% hiyo ni
now let's talk about Mama to Now, I would invite you to understand the government initiative under CBC. Under CBC? The government initiative under CBC, the thought behind CBC was actually looking to answer that one. Because the thing is, they discovered that the market has jobs, but not the jobs that the employees are looking for. Nataka ushike. Nataka uelewe hivi. Unaona saizi kuna watu wanaingia kufanya electrical engineering. But let me bring you up to speed. Acha nikuoneshe kitu. I have a guy right now, saizi tunaongea na wewe, he's a young guy, he's 30. He was the architect behind the flats I'm building. The architect. Yeye ndio alichora. So when I got him on task, nikamwambia, jamaa, hebu kama unionyeshe dimensions of the building. He did not know the dimensions. So I discovered this guy hakuketi chini na kalamu kuchora hii nyumba. Mnielewa? Alisikiza nikamwambia ile kitu mimi nataka. Akaenda akaexplainia mtu mwingine akaichora. Akakuja akanitoanisha doa akapatia yule. Mnielewa? Mnielewa? Nikakuja nikamuita nikamwambia nao hii kitu umenichorea itachukua doa ngapi? Akanizungusha akanipatia figa. Pa. Nikamwambia hii figa yako nitaijuaje week by week? Akanizungusha. Nikaenda mimi mwenyewe nikaona huyu jamaa ananipotezea wakati. Nikaenda nikaget quantity surveyor. Akanitafutia nini? Hiyo building itakost ngapi? Huyu jamaa akakuja akasikia ile quantity surveyor nimepata ni pesa fulani. Akakuja akaniambia kwa hizi mimi nataka milioni moja hapa, milioni moja hapa, milioni moja hapa. In total nipatie 6 million pande ya labor nitakujengea supply materials. So this guy is actually an entrepreneur. Now I can tell you so many. This guy has built a beautiful house. Hajaibia mtu. Umeelewa? Juzi, about 2 days ago, is when I was told this guy did a diploma in architecture. And chances are that. But what this guy has leveraged on is the industry, knowledge industry. And where is the money in this industry? Hello? Do you know there are people who are musicians? There are people who are musicians. You can have the best musician. So, and then you have people like Ben Gidai, the best selling musician. Him is not the best. Hata ajui hizo maji na clefs, sijui hizo ajui na hata waijua. You understand? Yeye anakuja anasikiza politician unasema anaenda anaimba wimbo yenye unakuja ununue. He's in it for the business. He doesn't care about the craft. Huh? The thing is this. Behind everything that you're doing, you have to ask, where is the money? Where is the money in what it is that you're doing? There is there is the knowledge. Look, behind CBC, what they really intended to do was scrap the university. Do you know that? Yeah. They had a plan, a very good, elaborate plan to do away with university education in Kenya completely. And they were doing it in exchange for technical colleges. So that whatever it is that you are learning, you would have to put it in the context of the practical application of that knowledge. Hapa Kenya, I'm talking about here in Kenya. It was going to be the first of its kind. Again, we voted him. You see, because you see, when you don't know the use of something, abuse is inevitable. The reason behind it was, today, I have a guy there. Alikuja kwangu, amepaka gari noma sana. Akuja akaniambia mimi nafanya kazi ya stima, electricals. So amekuja na structural drawings za building yangu, stima zitakuwa hapa, na amekuja na supply yote ya stima anipatie, I give him all the money he's asking for, the fittings, the stima, hizi vitu zote. This guy will not be on site na footy na wire. He will not do any of that. He has people doing the handwork. Him is an entrepreneur in terms of electricals. Na atakuja, I get tender, na aende akuje na vijana. But because what he's offering is supervising, I don't have to be there. I can do what I'm doing here, talking to students, while he does it. I will give him the job. Unanielewa? Because if I don't, basi mimi nitaenda kwa electrical shop, nipate mawaya, nikuje, niambiwe sio hizi, tupa hizi, nitakaze hizi. Unaelewa? So I don't have to go through that. I have to give it to somebody else. The question is, in this thing that you're doing, do you know where the money is? Umeelewa? I was a youth pastor. Hi guys, hi. Can I tell you how I ended up doing speaking as a business? I sat in a program like this in 2019, 2020 thereabout. And in the program, we were paired in twos. We did a group work, we were paired in twos. One of the person I was paired with, her name was Juliana. She was a PS in one of the previous government. Okay? So alikuwa PS. So wakati tuliketi, akaniambia, nikamwambia we were breaking vicious cycles. And I said, my vicious cycle is I'm broke all the time. As in I discover, I have to wait until the end month nipate do because I'm a landlord, so nipata. Lakini nikikaa napatanga needs zangu zinasupersede. So how can I leverage what it is that I have to make money while I do what it is that I like to do? Akaniuliza, where do you spend your time? So I drew a graph and I discovered a lot of my activities were church related because I was a youth. So in that week, I had spent 40 hours in an activity that is not bringing me money. Because as youth pastor, I don't get to earn a salary. You understand? Ni kama tu vile unaserve kama tu asha ama worship music or something. So akaniuliza, now if you're going to get 40 hours out of everything else and use it in this thing, don't you think you should be earning? Are there people who earn doing exactly what it is that you do? I said yes, because the program I was engaged in was somebody who was speaking just like me, and people were paying him to speak to us. Do you understand? And I discovered this guy, we used to go there every month, and would pay 1,000. And the room would have 10,000 participants. So every month, this guy would make, it's called Dr. Kinanjui, K.N. Jacobs. You're getting? So the thing is, in the thing that you're doing, where is the money? That's the question. You're getting? Entrepreneurship is when you're able to locate the meeting point between what you're offering and the value it can generate. Manila, let me show you something. Let me just show you something. As you're asking question number 2.
I remind you.
Yes.
The question number 2 was those that, for example, somebody is here and is taking medicine, is taking law, is taking, let us say, education. What can be the cutting edge? Anaweza venture namna gani kwa biashara ama biashara gani? Usikimwambia sasa aende kwa maybe business.
Maybe you are taking medicine. Hi guys. Hi. Hi. There's something I want to show you something here. Now, there's an intersection here between what I love, what you love, what the world needs, what the world needs, what you're good at, and what you can be paid for. You get it? You see, the thing is, you can have a business that is supplying your income, but you don't like it. You get it? You do what you need to do when you need to do it, so that you can one day get to do what you want to do when you want to do it. Let me say that again. You do what you need to do when you need to do it, so that one day you can get to do what you want to do when you want to do it. In Nairobi, they have matatu drivers and makangas who earn a lot of money. If you go to those routes, the KU, na zile zingine, you will find some of them are active university students that do this on the side so that they can pay for themselves as they go through college. Kole imelipiwa, lakini unapata jamani kadere wa ma3 ana mshahara na eventually anasoma, but he's not broke as he's going through school. You understand? So he's not in it because he loves matatu business. You get it? There are many teachers, unapata mtu ni mwalimu lakini on the side ako na biashara ya mayai. Si because anapenda kuku ama anapenda mayai, ni because anapenda dog. Hello? So there is an intersection. If you take what the world needs and what you can be paid for here, this is what is commonly known as your vocation. This is what is called your vocation. It's called the Ikigai. I'll have them send it to you. Come on, a WhatsApp group. I'll have them send this image to you so that you can be able to see it. If you find what you're good at and what you can be paid for, that's what you call your profession. You're good at it and people are willing to pay. That's your profession. If you find what you love and what the world needs, this is your mission. Okay? If you spend what you love and what you're good at, this is your passion. Now, if you spend your life in this spectrum, you're going to be very broke. You're very fulfilled but very broke, like I was as a youth pastor. I was very fulfilled. I was doing exactly what I'm doing right now, empowerment. But I was very broke because nobody could pay me for what I was doing. Do you understand? Now, the thing is, I want you to listen to this. When you're here, if you're good at what you're doing and what the world needs, that's your mission. You're doing it, what you love and what the world needs. You're doing your mission, like the evangelists all the time. But because you don't have an active congregation that is giving you tithe and offering, mara mingi these evangelists are usually very broke. Hi. Now I'm being honest and I'm speaking to you. Now, if you're very good at something and you love what it is that you do, that's your passion. But it's not the spectrum ya kulipwa. Do you get it? Hi. I want you to see something. You see, I'm Kikuyu, okay? By being Kikuyu, it's very hard for Kikuyu to sell land he has inherited. You get it? Inakanga ni kama ni it's taboo. You understand? Yeah. So I was rich in terms of land, but broke in terms of income. You get it? My demands, like just by simply making a decision and looking at what can I be paid to do, I now began looking at what do I have in terms of assets. I have this, my mouth, and I also have land that I can sell and build a flat. Those are things that I can do, and I began to actively do that. This your education, you're going to educate yourself. So that's great. That's within this one. The world needs it, and you love it. That's your mission. But if you're going to be paid for it, you're going to have to ask yourself, where is the money in this thing? I've just told you about my friend who is a medical doctor. He does medical camps all over Africa. And the guy supplies medical equipment. And goodness gracious me, the amount of money that guy has is not normal. It's not normal, by the way. It's not fair. But definitely, you can have an unfair income. Yeah, that guy's income is not fair. Now, the thing is, he's still a medical doctor like Michelle is going to be, isn't it? Medical doctor. But now, I'm asking a question. Right now, Michelle is going to be in medical school. Senor. Hi, Senor, you're in medical school right now. Senor, you're studying medicine right now. Ongoing. So, Paul and Bella, as she's waiting to be picked by the Jabba, you want to tell me Michelle has kuwa anafanya job kwa Hi. Hawezi kuwa anafanya job kwa wakati mmoja. Si anaweza? Anaweza kuwa na offer time yake kwa tuhosi mahali. Si ni kweli? Hata kama anafanya job ya nursing na nini na nini. Na eventually pale mbele si watu wanajua Michelle. Wakifungua job for job si wanajua Michelle. Yes. And hata hii kitu nakwambia, if I was a doctor anywhere close, I would be supplying those Canada. Hey. Yeah, isn't it? The thing is, this is called the ikigai. Remember this spot here? The intersection between all these things is called your ikigai. It is when your passion, your mission, your vocation, your profession, they meet in a certain place. Where what you're doing for an income is the melting pot of all those things that you have done. Remember, the world needs it, you love it, you're good at it, you can be paid for it, it's your profession, you've gone to school, you have colleagues, everybody knows you by that name. That spot there is called the ikigai. When you're operating in your ikigai, you're operating in your zone of excellence. You get it? So, turning everything that you're doing into a business is the skill I'm asking you to do. If you're a lawyer, yes, you can be a very good lawyer, but if you rise above the law and you operate a firm, a law firm that has many lawyers underneath, you get it? All these people will be hidden under the brand of your firm. Meshika, that's the beauty of an entrepreneur. When you have a platform, you can be a lawyer, yes. Who are you? I'm a lawyer. But when you build a law firm, a great law firm, you'll be surprised at how much more you're able to do. You can absorb within your ranks the most talented lawyers and you win all the cases, isn't it? Yeah, how can you turn what it is that you're doing into a profit? And lastly, even as you're talking about innovation, the truth of the matter is life is changing very rapidly. There were jobs that were available 10 years ago that are not going to be present in the next 10 years. I would ask Michelle, with all honesty, I would want you to, as you're growing, grow with alongside AI. AI is going to replace a lot of people, and among the jobs earmarked for that is doctors, because they are saying AI in 10 years' time will be able to diagnose without the error of misdiagnosis. You understand? And they're going to do better precision surgeries than human because of human error. So if AI is going that direction, I would desire that you grow in that direction so that as they're replacing other doctors, you become the person behind the AI, irreplaceable. Alright? Yeah. The thing is, you see, you are people that are living before any other. Nobody has ever had to deal with what you guys are dealing with. There has never been AI ever before. Just 2 years ago, at the center where I was, 2 years ago, 1-2, I had so many people who are making a lot of money. In fact, they were employing other people doing online writing. Those jobs are gone. In 2 years, 2 years, 1-2. Just 2 years ago, I had a client, his name was Flo. Alikuwa amekomboa nyumba right opposite our center, right opposite. Alikuwa amekomboa hao na alikuwa anachora wasee kufanya online writing. Saizi hizo job zote zimeenda because ya AI. Lakini DeepSeek na hizi zingine zote zimeenda. And they're not coming back. You're getting. So I have a question for you. Right now, where you are right now, there are jobs that are going to be available in 4 years that are not available right now. Those are the jobs you should be looking for. I'm asking you to be innovative today with your phone. This one. There's some of my partners have come up with a chatbot. Kama ChatGPT. It's called Simba AI. Na ni normal hata imelaunchwa tu juzi, about 2-3 days ago. Imelaunchwa tu juzi. Okay? Ni innovation ya vijana hapa na hapa. Innovation ya vijana tu. I have a question. Mahali wewe uko, hii kitu isikupite. Hapana isikupite. You can sit down, hata ukigoogle sasa hivi. Listen, hata nilikuwa nimegoogle Nilikuwa nimegoogle asubuhi leo nikikama nikagoogle, sikia this I googled 10 businesses you can start in Kenya that you can start with a capital of less than 10,000. How many want to see? How many would want to know? Businesses that you can start. Let me show you. Let me show you. I think in the morning. Kenya for less. I'm on ChatGPT and I'm asking 10 businesses you can start in Kenya for less than 10K. It says here are the 10. Number 1 is Mtumba, second-hand clothes. You can start with less than 10,000. Number 2, smoky and egg vendor. Ile tunaitanga nini? Ile smocha. Ndio? Number 3, M-Pesa sub-agent services. Partner with an M-Pesa agent as a sub-agent and start with a float of 5 to 10K. Number 4, fruit or vegetable hawking. Yeah. Fruits or vegetables from wholesale markets and sell them in busy areas. Let me tell you, ningependa ukam asubuhi, I have farmed tomatoes in the past. Nataka ukuja hapa asubuhi kwa market, top market, you meet a guy called Mash. Mash is the biggest wholesaler of tomatoes in the market. By 10 a.m. asubuhi, 10 a.m. Mash kuwa amemaliza job, ashafanya amemaliza. By the time he's arriving at about 3 or 4 in the morning, anapatanga trucks zime line up hivi. Per every crate you earn so per truck anapata 75. Truck moja inakuwa na 75 crates. Amepata 75 kwa truck moja. By 10 anakuanga ameoffload more than 10 lorries. Hii imeenda huko. Yaani ni kazi ya kudistribute, kuuza hapa, kutoa hapa, kupeleka hapa hivyo. He himself is also a farmer, but in that instance, all he's doing is selling these vegetables that he did not farm. Anybody can do that. Am I speaking? Anybody can do that. What we call brokers, sellers of land, are middlemen. Anybody can do that. It is just greed. You see, when I say vegetable hawking, ungesikia banumuni kwa hapa. Yes. Think about it. The attitude of Miss Imezi, ni mikono likatwa. Yes? The essence of going to school, number 1, is to build your skill of learning. I went to school to do finance. Okay, that's what I did. I have a degree in finance. So if I stick myself to finance, and yet I really enjoy what I've done over the last 20 years, what comes with that? The thing is, supposing you go to school, you study architecture, like he's going to study. Then comes AI, I can actually give a prompt. Give me this, change this and this, as though I'm talking to an architect. Why should I go to a lecture? That's the question. The thing is, you see, because of that thinking, why I must challenge that thinking, is because of that thinking, we have people in Miwani, we have Zoya Sugar Factory, we have Kibos Sugar Factory, all producing sugar at a much higher production cost than the sugar coming in from Sudan. The sugar coming in from Sudan is coming at a profit. Those ones are making a profit. By the time it comes here, it is cheaper than the production cost of sugar within our sugar belt. But we won't import sugar from there simply because these jobs will be lost. And I'm asking you, should I employ you simply because you went to school? You went to school for yourself.
My point is,
Yeah.
that let's say the system is project because there's no need of me taking 4 years at university.
You took yourself to university. Nobody compelled you. True. And you see, the thing is, look, I'm telling you this because today the government is being forced to hire doctors. You understand? These doctors come at a ransom. They tell you, if we don't pay us this much, we are going to strike. Now, the thing is, if you open it up and it's competitive, it means anybody can come from anywhere as long as they have the papers. That means if I have AI that can replace the doctor, I should be able to do it without factoring in how many years you spent in school. When do we end a student? You get what I'm saying? So the thing is, and look, I'm saying this with most profound respect. If you go to the Nyayo Tea zones, what we call the Nyayo Tea zones, we have thousands and thousands of acres. All that belt, thousands of acres of tea. Now, they could have completely mechanized that entire belt and cut off all that labor cost by simply mechanizing it, bringing in tea picking machines, completely, totally. They could have done it, but they won't do it because somebody says, alafu sisi tutapata kazi wapi? No, that sense of entitlement is gone out of the window. You went to school to learn, to have an ability to think, to gain an understanding of how to use your mind. The thing is, listen, you want to tell me if 5 years from now, AI replaces doctors, we should still retain the doctors simply because they went to school? Okay, tell me. I want to understand you.
My point is, you're talking about the working roads that are asking. Why should you go to the university with someone that is economics, then there's no job in the bank or other institutions, and then come back to do such jobs? Whereas, like we can have policies in the everywhere, policies, because I didn't design. Sometimes maybe maybe it was our parents, whatever our achievement, they cannot get ahead, and then they are motivated by the business.
Yeah.
There's a reason as to why.
Yes. Now, I understand. So the thing is, with them, yes.
I was asking on a normal ground, just went to work, I did my course, there's no job. And then they got speaking. It took my 4 years. There's a guy who went to a college or wherever, did a 3 month course. It looked better than I can because I have studied more practical skills, whatever. So my question was, how best can we feed these people going to the university, doing a course which ends up not getting him a job, for them to feel better in the society that we live in today?
Okay. When I started off,
Mr. Yuni,
yes,
we are running out of time. Right?
yes,
That is the one thing. But he has hit the nail on the head.
yes.
Tunasikia courses ambazo unaona kama hiyo yake ya economics, hii ya medicine, ya law. You know, many things ukimwambia enda anza biashara like the businesses zile ambazo unakuambia hizo. You know, that may have economics ama medicine and I feel so much.
Now, mimi nauliza hivi. You see, angalia hivi. Unaona the understanding of what to do. You get it? The understanding of what to do. Look, you've done economics. You will not do those jobs. Remember when I started off by saying sometimes you need to do what you need to do when you need to do it so that you can one day get to do what you want to do when you want to do it, isn't it? Now, imagine this. You come out of college doing economics. So, but then there are no jobs. There are no jobs, nobody can employ you meaningfully, uplug in vile unafaa. Umenipata? But then you have a steady income. Unaona? So you and I tumetoka campus. Mimi nimesoma economics, wewe umesoma economics. Wewe umeenda kutafuta job na job imekuwa ngumu kupata kwa economics. Mimi nimejitupa kwa mathiri kwa njia zozote. Sawa? Now today, leo asubuhi kiangalia my WhatsApp status, there is a lady works in a bank. She's a bank manager. She's called Mrs. Jacob. She just placed an advert on her status on WhatsApp. She's saying they're giving up to 90% financing on PSVs if you belong to a sacco. Leo. So inaniambia if leo mimi nilikuwa nafanya kadere, wewe economics, mimi economics, lakini mimi ni kadere wa mathri. Sawa? Ni some hiyo kitu and I belong to a sacco. Naenda kwa my sacco office wananipea mathri. Sawa? 90%. Mimi nachora kadere ama mimi mwenyewe najiajiri. Mathri yenyewe inaacha kulipa loan. Ikimaliza kulipa loan after 3 or 4 years, nimemaliza. Now I employ somebody kukaa hapo aleteange do, while I now can pursue whatever economics I want without the pressure of income. Do you understand? Don't tie yourself hapa saying there are jobs you can't do. There is nothing you can't do. You understand? You can do a lot. You can do a lot. The thing is, look, I'm just trying to get you to see something. There are many people who do economics at different levels. If you had an income today, you can stay in the academia and come out as a consultant of economics. Most of the people writing our treasury today didn't come actively from doing economics in business. They have never left academia. Wamekuwa kwa campus all their lives. Most of our economists talk about, even Matiang'i, Fred Matiang'i was fished from academia. Most of these ones wanatoka tu from academics. Hata Professor Kindiki is a professor. That means he was in academia. All these people you're seeing have been in academia. But I'm asking you to expand. Don't have a fixed thinking. Have an expanded thinking. Because ultimately, look, there are two things. Is it the world that is going to adapt to you as a student? Or is it you as a student who is going to adapt to the world as it is? No, I get you. No. Neither am I. I'm trying.
How can you help them things better when they are quite juniors?
Yes.
Or now choose their courses or their careers, use as you're talking now. Maybe use either the young guy.
Yes.
Maybe that's true, I know some things, but to me, when I this one day, and I was trying to ask you a question without getting an answer, it's more effective for you maybe to get whatever you are saying. So I was asking, sometimes it's about what is this understanding, because some of us, they get to college, university. I want to know in India, so I was trying inside my mind to answer.
No, I get it. You see the thing is, when talking about career planning, you get it? When talking about career planning is wide. Hi everyone. Hi. Unaona hii kitu tuna discuss hapa ni life. Kitu anakuuliza ni real life. You're going into the job market. Sasa ni ndio umeangalia job market. So what he's asking is real time. What he's asking is not theory, ni real. This is exactly what you're going to find in the job market. You're going to find this is I'm trained for this, but the jobs are asking for this. Where is the matching point? And I'm trying to say, look, wakati una choose career yako, factor in what is the market asking for. Are you getting what I'm saying? Factor in what is the market asking for. What will the market be asking for 5 years from now? What will the market be asking for? So that where you are, because you see the thing is, unlike the years prior, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when people were going to campus, they were assured akiingia hii path, he can be able to tell 20 years into the future. But you guys are, I don't know, do I say disadvantaged? Because things are rapidly changing because of technology. There are jobs that were not available that are available today. There are things that were not available then that are available now. Things that were not there. You're getting? So now how can you take advantage of where you are to your advantage so that you're better off and not worse off? I hope
I'm thinking the point is wrong, Mr. Blue.
yeah. Asante. Yes. Thank you. And with that, we come to the end of our training. Have you enjoyed your day?
Yes.
Have you enjoyed your day? Yes. Thank you very much. My name is Johnny. I'm a life coach and a trainer, a counselor, and a pastor. Thank you very much for your time today, and I hope to see you at the top. Asante sana.
I hope the thing you remember hapa it has been worthwhile for us. Yeah, not as okay. Haikuwa personal. Sasa. So, kutoka hapa tunaenda lunch. Tumeona ni 1:34. So you have 1 hour for the lunch. So to that, exactly to that, to meet up and go make very comfortably tunaenda team building. That there might be a number of activities that they're going to do. And for the ladies, who will pray for us?